I hope there's no echo. What's going on, boys? What's going on, D-Heid?
Yo,
What's going on, YouTube world, YouTube community?
yo, YouTube community.
Oh, there might be an echo as I stop this. Okay, stop the screen sharing.
All right.
I was just playing a little bit of 90 Miles from Cuba, throwing it back. You know how we do it up here in the Conquistadork channel. I got my boy D-Heid with me.
Yo,
And in the comic book chat, the Conquistador comic book chat, we have Mr. Caleb, Comic Smurf Murphy. What's going on, Caleb?
yo.
And the immortal himself, Immortal Biggie Shack. Gonna break some heads. That's right.
That's why I hang out with Javi.
Yeah.
Breaking heads all day. He ain't gonna break my head if I'm with him.
I know MCE is going live right now, so I don't want to compete, but I just wanted to go live and just wanted to do a little bit of Baggin boarding, just chill out, hang out with the stream, hang out with the chat, and of course, hang out with my buddy D-Heid, man. It's been a while.
Yo. Yeah, it's been a bit. It's been at least a week. A little under a week. Yeah, it does feel like a while, though.
No, man, but I'm missing your face, man. I see it more often. I want to see it more often.
All right, we'll do what we can. That's what this is all about. Seeing each other's faces.
Yeah, and seeing each other's comic book collections.
Oh yeah.
But I heard you've been going to the movies, seen some good movies.
A good movie, actually.
Seen a good movie multiple times.
Yeah, I saw Once Upon a Time in Hollywood 3 days and 3 times since Thursday. One time I went with some friends because new Tarantino's new movie. Then Saturday I was bored, not doing anything. Decided I'd make it out over there, and then another friend who'd seen it wanted to see it, so I'm like, yeah, I love it. I love it. It might be my favorite Tarantino movie.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
I know obviously Tarantino is one of the greats.
He can be.
It's a modern twist, or it's like a more modern Tarantino movie. I guess you can say.
No, not really, because it is like it's 100% taking place in the 70s, and it is like it's a very 70s movie in every way, with references to what was going on at the time, the actors, the characters in it who were actors of the time, to how they made Hollywood, the LA Strip look. Everything. It was a very 70s thing, very 70s, and well, late 60s, early 70s, like perfect of that time. And it's not very modern, but it's good. It's really, 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 really good. It trucks through. You're not really sure what's going on, but it's great. I recommend it highly. It's everybody's so perfect. Leonardo DiCaprio is the best he's been. He's such an awesome, pathetic dude. Like, he's good, comedic, pathetic asshole. It's so good. But it's great. Yeah. And it's the kind of thing you gotta see.
Yeah, he's been shining in those roles, just like that confident, I guess, sarcastic asshole.
Oh no, he's not even. Leo's not like a sarcastic asshole in this at all. He's very sincere, but he's just like weird and vain, and he's an aging television star,
right?
Who like just getting past his prime, and yeah,
in the whole superhero mix of it all. I mean, of course, those movies are doing great, but seeing something fresh, of course, Quentin Tarantino, he's one of the greats.
Oh yeah,
and. Yeah. Unruly Simeon, he's coming out with some facts. Definitely. He says he wants to see it. I definitely want to see it too. We got to go see it again. Make it, your 4th time seeing it?
Oh, yeah, making my 4th time, and I think I at least have one more.
Yeah. You got one more in you, and then
And maybe, yeah. Maybe more, but I just know, like, the second time I saw it, it felt like something I've seen 1,000 times, and it was almost like comforting. I didn't get bored in the 3 times of seeing it.
Have
Like I
you
wasn't.
have you seen have you seen the Four Rooms?
No, no, I haven't
No.
seen.
Four Rooms was it was a
I
collaboration of I think three or four different directors, and each director had their own part. I guess if you it's like this hotel, but each room is a different director's scene. Not scene, but like part in the movie.
right.
So it's just like part based, part one, part two, blah 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 blah.
Oh yeah,
But
yeah. I definitely know what it is. I just
yeah,
haven't seen.
the I think Tarantino did a. I think that was one of his earliest. It was really good, man. Bruce Willis was in it. Um, yeah, it was really good. Yeah,
It. Yeah.
check it out.
Oh yeah, yeah. That was a segment. Yeah, it was in '95, I believe.
Yeah, it was just yeah. I
It was
think it
good.
was one of. I think it was his first.
No, I don't think it was his
No,
first.
no.
Reservoir Dogs was before that.
Oh, was it?
Yeah,
Nice.
I think that was early '90s.
Hmm.
I just
Reservoir Dogs, of course.
yeah,
It's one
that's
of
a good
yeah.
question. I'm pulling up his
You know
filmography
when
now.
AFI does a sample and they throw in Reservoir Dogs in the beginning of their songs,
Oh
it's a good movie.
yeah.
When AFI samples
Oh
it.
yeah, yeah. Then you know you've made it. Yeah. Oh yeah, true.
The bellhop and the butcher knife. Yeah, I think that was the first scene. And he was I forget his name, but he's been an actor in a whole bunch of Tarantino movies.
Oh yeah, Tim Roth, right? The
Yeah, the
British.
bell. Yeah, the
Yeah.
bellhop.
Yeah.
Yo, Bake, what's going on, Bake? Yeah, you see, Bake saying his Four Rooms was his first. Well, he thinks it was.
Now, Reservoir Dogs came out in 1992, and Pulp Fiction came out in '94, and Four Rooms came out in '95.
Was it? It came out in '95, but it was record. I don't know.
All right, I'll check.
Nah, it doesn't. That
No,
doesn't.
no, 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 no. For yeah, uh, yeah, no, it wasn't his first thing.
Do you have any? I think they made some like Tarantino comics, right?
I
I don't
think they
know.
made yeah,
That'd be
they made
something
a
cool to like.
they
Oh,
did
they
a
made.
Django comic that he co-wrote with Reginald Hudlin, I believe.
Hialeah, Lucha. What's going on, bro? Glad to be here. But yeah, man. As we continue talking, I'll just start pulling out some books, and I read Excellence over the weekend. Comic Tom started talking about this for a little bit, but I picked it up when it first came out because I thought it looked cool. It was like magic based. This guy has a wand, but man, this book does a really good job at like creating its own world, and you have a whole because it takes place in Earth, but it's like a whole alternate reality of Earth, and there's like 10 families that are it's very rank based, and there are 10 families, and within those 10 families are ranked themselves, and then you have like people who wear purple, people who wear white, and things of that nature. Women can't use magic, only men can, but the magic in them is activated at a very very early age, and the main character, he's part of this royal family, but his magic is activated. He's like supposed to be a prodigy, he's like his dad amps him up to be going to be one of the best, and then his magic turns out that he's like a late bloomer, and his magic isn't activated until like the late teens. But it's really cool. It's the dialogue is colloquial, I guess you can say.
Yeah.
It's hip.
All right.
But it's a nice book, man. Excellence. It's a nice image book. I think it's on issue 3 right now.
All right. Who's doing that?
Brandon Thomas, the writer, Carrie Randolph, and that's the artist, and Emilio Lopez, I guess, is the inker, colorist. I'm not sure.
All right. Yeah, those names are
Yeah, they're new names. Your new
new
names.
names to me. Yeah,
Yeah.
that's awesome. I'll check it out.
But I do have some stuff that I need to bag and board.
Oh yeah, get it up. Get them put up.
Big yo, man. It's just me. It's just the book. It's not me, man.
Yeah, no, Javi's not anti-women doing magic.
It's
He's
cool,
a
but
big proponent of it.
it makes it a plot. I don't like. It's not something that hindered. All right, that's it. I got
You're
books
good.
that I need to bag and board. All right,
Yeah.
that's why we're here, and we're here because we want to chill with you guys and chill with the chat. You know, I can bag and board books at my house all day.
All right.
Look, there's already some stuff that's already bagged and boarded, so I'm already ahead of myself.
Hell yeah.
Stargirl, Alex Ross.
Oh, nice.
I know you're just messing, Big. I know we're all just messing. It's all in good love, all in good fun. ELE. Do you guys know what ELE stands for?
Mm-hmm.
Apparently, there was going to be a Stargirl comic series that was going to come out by Jeff Johns.
Oh yeah, that got canceled, didn't it?
Yeah, it got canceled.
Is the TV show still coming out?
TV show is still on the books. It's still supposed to be coming out, still in production.
Yeah, and it's James Robinson who's doing it.
Yeah, yeah, and it's Jeff Johns' baby, so.
Well, yeah, yeah, and James Robinson was the guy who wrote Starman, where Stargirl came out of and all that. Like the '90s Starman.
Yeah.
Which have you ever read that?
No, I haven't even heard of Stargirl until the announcement of the TV show, and that kind of amped me up about it. I kind of wanted to pick up some more covers of hers, and I got this Alex Ross one, of course.
Yeah, man. Yes. Serious talk. If you get your hands, find a way. It's like a giant series. I was able to check out the omnibuses from the library at one point and read like the entire thing. You know what, dude? It's one of the best things I've ever read. Made me cry.
What's it called again?
Starman.
Starman.
Yeah, Starman by James Robinson. It's one of the best series ever, really.
You know what? I'm going to type that in our little private chat.
All right, yeah. So you don't forget about that, man. That's a good one.
You know what? I'm just going to type it in YouTube chat. Starman what?
Starman by James Robinson and another fella. And a few other fellas, if I'm not mistaken.
James Robinson and co.
And Tony Harris.
Oh, well. Based on the movie?
No, not based on the movie. Not based on the John Carpenter movie with Jeff Bridges going. Not that one. No. It's based on the old Silver Age character, but yeah, it's like the son of the Silver Age Starman, or Golden Age even. I'm not too sure. But yeah, it's awesome. Like, I forgot all about it until right now. It's incredible.
Yo, Unruly, he's hilarious. He says, I was like, you know what ELE stands for? He put electric light escutcheons. Did you see Shazam?
Yeah, I did.
I have yet to see it, man.
It's good.
That's another thing I have to see.
It's not great. It's good. I recommend it. It's fun.
What do you think about the this is cool, man, Mr. Terrific?
Yeah, that is awesome. Fair play.
About the MCU lineup that's coming out. TV, movies, doesn't matter, whatever you want.
Yeah. I think it's pretty good. Like, it's nothing like too surprising. You should check it out. Unruly Simeon, Starman. Everybody should check it out. Everybody in the chat, check that out.
Maybe we'll do an Oprah Boys book club about it.
I'd be so happy to read that again. So yeah, I only read it through once.
Shazam is fun. Yeah. I imagine it to be fun. I imagine it to be a fun movie. You know.
Yeah, it's just overall fun. There's some good. Yeah, it's good. It's not the best thing ever made, but it's good. It's good for what it is. It's what, most comic book movies should be.
Some Uncanny X-Force action.
Oh, awesome.
There's so much Uncanny X-Force. Like, there's like what? It's like 4 volumes. I don't know. But do you think we'll get The Rock as a villain?
As Black Adam, yeah, probably. He's already executive producer of the Shazam because he's flexing his rock muscles. Yeah, I'll be the villain if I get my own series, and I got to be executive producer of all these movies. That's probably what he did, and it seems so because there's no reason he should be executive producer of that Shazam movie. I don't think he did dick on it.
Do you think The Rock will be DC's Robert Downey Jr.?
I know what you mean. I get it. I don't think so. I think they're long. I don't know. I don't think so. Because like Robert Downey Jr. was the first thing that they put all their eggs in that basket.
Right. But do you think they were like
they're past that? I think at this point.
Yeah. I mean, do you think in Iron Man 1 they were like thinking that though, like putting all their eggs in one bag? I don't think they were doing that until what? Like
yeah, when did Sam Jackson pop up with the Avengers Initiative thing? Was that in the first movie or the second?
I think that was the first one.
Then yeah, they were setting up from the first one.
Okay. It's been so long, man. I know there's probably like the diehards that watch those movies all the time. It's been a while. I love watching Infinity Wars whenever it's on, that's for sure.
Oh yeah. Yeah, no, I haven't really gone back to those much. Except for like the Guardians movies. I haven't really gone back to any.
Some Secret Avengers.
That's a good run.
It is, right?
Yeah.
Steve Rogers was, I think
Steve Rogers, Super Soldier.
Yeah. He was like, I don't want to be Cap.
Yeah, and that's when Warren Ellis was writing them. And they were pretty much like one-shot standalone issues of like different teams in the Secret Avengers going off. And it was usually in like groups of 4. It was written like 18 episodes.
Thanks for hanging out, Hialeah.
See you, man.
Get that Monopoly money, man.
Yeah.
I want all those boulevards purchased. I want all those hotels to be made.
Yeah, the Starman trades, there's a lot, and they are pretty pricey. But you got to keep an eye on them. Support your local library, or find other means.
Hialeah, let me know if you're playing regular Monopoly or themed Monopoly before you leave, if you're still in here.
That is important.
That is very important to know.
Yeah, I get you.
I was looking for this and I found it in this freaking
oh, nice.
In this pile of bags and boards that I need to bag and board.
Is that the first issue?
This is the first issue. I was looking at it because
first printing?
Yeah, man.
God damn, dude, that's awesome. That's awesome. Hell yeah. I didn't know you had that. That's a big congratulations.
I bought it probably 2 or 3 years ago, I want to say, before it was super, super hot.
And now even before Watchmen, hunk of trash is even selling for some amount of money now.
Yeah.
And it wasn't bad. It just was totally unnecessary. And it sucked when you were buying it as it came out because the release schedule was ridiculous.
For Watchmen?
For before Watchmen.
Oh, before Watchmen?
Buying them as they came out was excruciating because they'd release them like 2 every week, and then they upped it to like 3 every week, and I don't know, it was just weird. Like at one point, going into the comic shop, and the walls were just covered in like 100 orders of Before Watchmen stuff. It's insane. It was insane.
Did you read all of Before Watchmen? I have my favorite was the Ozymandias one.
Oh yeah, I don't think I finished a single one of them except for maybe the Silk Spectre, but the Ozymandias one was a lot of fun.
Yeah,
the Silk Spectre one I remember being the best of the lot.
Yeah, I didn't read any of the other ones. I picked them up. I think I picked up like a couple comedian ones after they came out because I found them.
Yeah,
I was hunting. But yeah, I really dug Ozymandias. I thought it
That
was
was
cool how he was like,
Len Wein and Jay Lee, right?
yeah, the art was very dark but flowy. You
Yeah,
know,
no, yeah. Jay Lee was incredible. Yeah, that's who it is. Jay Lee. And Len Wein, the guy who I believe created Swamp Thing. I almost called him Swampman, the Swamp Thing.
Swamp Man.
Swamp Man.
It might be in here, but I doubt it. Some issues.
Yeah.
I found some at Strand in New York.
Oh yeah. Oh man, when I lived up there, I went there so much. I spent a lot of money on that place, and then had to resell a lot of the things I bought there at a certain point.
One more time. I suck at Monopoly Unreally Simeon.
Mm.
I don't think I played a full game ever.
I have. I've played a full game a handful of times. Last time I played, I believe I won. So
hell yeah. This is a nice copy. There's no dinks on the spine. The spine's a little curved, but it doesn't, and then there's like I doubt you can see it, but there's like a chip. It's like a little bit of paint that has been scraped off that corner right there. But yeah, man, Watchmen, they were still talking about it. I don't have any more issues, I don't think. I just have the first one.
Well, that's a good one to have.
Well, yeah, that's the one to have, yeah. I have the Venom variant where they did an homage cover to it.
Yeah, I got my hands on that too. That was pretty good.
That's why I wanted to show it off. When I showed off the Venom one, I was like, I can't find it. Can't find it. And it happened to be in this big old stack. Let me start bagging boarding this.
Yeah.
I have some Max Protection current comic book backer board 100 count.
Nobody getting through that shit.
You go on eBay. I don't know if you guys are on the eBay game, but you can buy 1,000 bags and boards together. They'll come in like a 28 by 20 box, maybe smaller. Maybe I'm exaggerating. It's probably smaller. That's
give
pretty.
Me 1 second.
Yeah.
Continue about them bags and boards.
But you go on eBay, you buy 1,000 bags and boards, and you can get them for about $100, $110, $120. Save yourself a little bit of money. '70s versus the '80s. I mean, '70s, you still had some Silver Age. Well, I guess not really. But yeah, man, I only started collecting in like the late '90s, early 2000s, mid 2000s. So mid 2000s is when I really started collecting by myself, where I didn't have to rely on anybody else's income really. My own. I didn't start my pull list until Chad from 90MF Comics. He had been going to shops and he started a pull list in this one shop called Hope's Comics that was like a really banging shop. It was super awesome back in the day. And that's where we used to get our books. But I used to just pick up my books like kind of like event wise. Like anytime an event would come out, I would just go and check it out, pick up some books, pick up anything that I was missing from the past, fill in some holes from runs that I was reading. And yeah, just go from there. But I didn't start my pull list until Chad from 90MF Comics started going into his local comic book shop. And then I started going there weekly because he was going there weekly. And then it just became a thing. Since I was there, I might as just well start a pull list. And then, yeah. That was like 4 years ago. I started my first pull list.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
Yeah, me, I've been on and off for some time now.
You get this tape.
I've been real on and off for some time with my comic collecting. First time I got a pull list was years and years, and like 2010, like about 9 years ago is when I first got a pull list. I've been reading comics since beforehand, but I was never buying stuff as it came out. I'd buy stuff at my own pace and buy, Garfenna stuff here and there, and I'd go into the sales section and the bundle section and buy, the more obscure stuff. I tried to stay away from superheroes for the most part.
That was always the fun thing for me, going into the bins, the dollar bins. The dollar bins were always my favorite, man, because you can find anything in there.
Yeah, you really can, and I loved getting bundles of like weird, obscure indie stuff from the 90s, which is how I ended up falling upon a lot of my favorite writers like Howard Chaykin and Ted McKeever, is just by going to the piles and seeing stuff like these weird Vertigo stories or Dark Horse miniseries written by these awesome people that nobody gives two shits about. So they're like $5 for a complete 6-issue series, and that's where I kind of started getting into it. And then I noticed those people were putting stuff out currently, then got into making a pull list.
Nice. That's always good, man. Did you start with you started putting superhero stuff on your pull list? And
yeah, because I started getting more into that from going to the library and checking stuff out, and that's how I ended up reading a lot of Bendis stuff and a lot of Bendis' stuff from the 2000s and stuff like that. And yeah, I started reading comics when Civil War was going on, but I wasn't buying stuff as it was coming out.
Right, you weren't reading Civil War because
exactly
all the stuff leading up to it,
Exactly. I think the only thing I would have bought some Punisher War Journal Civil War stuff as it was coming out, but that's because it's the Punisher, and that's what got me into comics as a whole. Period.
Yeah, we live in South Florida. As you take a minute to see that question and think about it, D-Heid.
All right, what question?
Have you read American Flag?
American Flag?
Yeah.
Yes, I have.
Nice.
I have it, actually. It's very good. Wait, American Flag? Nope, confusing with Powers and Glory. Another Howard Chaykin thing. I have not read American Flag. I really want to.
Oh, that's Howard Jenkins, as you said, right?
Yeah, that's Howard Chaykin.
You turned me on into Howard Jenkins. I think it was American History X. What's it called?
Divided States of Hysteria. Divided States of Hysteria. Not American History X.
No, I know.
I know. It's just the first thing. It was the placeholder.
Divided States of Hysteria. And wow, that art style in it.
Yeah.
I liked it, man. I dug it. I know you were telling me that it was infamous. But,
a lot of people didn't like it. And it was divided.
Jenkins is the shit. Hey, I'll drink to that, all right?
Mm-hmm. To Chakes.
Ed Norton. Yeah, that's right. Oh, it's full circle, man. Edward Norton. He's Incredible Hulk. There, we got it.
Oh yeah, full circle. We're done.
But speaking of obscure unknown writers, as you were picking up lots and things like that, I came across this writer, Michael Moorcock. I doubt you've heard of him. He's more fantasy. I've
heard the name. I've definitely seen the name and going through stuff and browsing.
But he came out with something recently last year, and it was about this. I think it was a dark elf. I don't know, but it was right up my alley, super fantasy-esque. The art was so serious, and it was very, very what's the word? It was very respective to that fantasy theme.
Right.
And the crew that he was working with was clad in armor, and each one of them was their armor was each of them was unique, and it wasn't like cheesy, like cartoony anime. It was like very fantasy, very like reminiscent of Lord of the Rings and like things like that. But I guess he has his own universe. I picked up a whole bunch of stuff when he was when the Tate's tent sale was going on.
Oh, that's on the Helix, that weird DC imprint. That was like a
Yeah.
weird sci-fi thing, fantasy thing.
Michael Moorcock's universe, and I have
Alright.
issue 4, which is like this like super sci-fi fantasy, like swords but
Yeah.
space.
Yeah, space and swords.
Yeah, here's
That's always a fun combination.
issue
His
number 11.
Michael Moorcock's multiverse.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah, he's super fantasy. Like that's the first thing that came to my mind. He was like, okay, this guy's like fantasy, right up like that the Dark Tower, like right up that kind of alley. What's going on, Immortal Biggie Shack? Glad to have you back, brother. Just bagging, boarding some books, man. Talking about some movies, hanging out with the chat. You know how it is. Elric, that's right. That's the guy's name. Michael Moorcock's character, Elric. I think his name was the White Wolf, Elric, if I'm not mistaken. But he's like, I think this is him right here on the cover, and that's his sword.
Hell yeah. Man, that's an awesome cover.
I know, man. Yeah.
It's pretty awesome. I might have to check this out. Like, oh, Walt Simonson did some art for it. Awesome. He's the fucking man. I love that guy.
Hey, just a Rican. What's going on, man?
You, everybody, just coming on in. Oh man. But yeah, that's awesome. I'm definitely gonna check out the multiverse thing.
Yeah.
Seems neat.
The original insect is number 9.
What? All right, awesome. So it's just him getting to go nuts.
Yeah, it's just him. Yeah, him getting to go nuts. That's a good way to put it.
All right, it's a 12-issue comic book limited series.
The multiverse one.
Yeah, I'm looking at it now on Wiki.
That makes sense.
Yeah, they're all written by him. A different artist illustrated each story. It's based on his multiverse, like short, a bunch of his novels.
That makes sense. So he would be like a novel. Yeah.
Yeah, each of the 3 tales is set up within a distinct aspect of the multiverse that Moorcock has built up over 4 decades in his novels and short stories about the Eternal Champion.
What?
Yeah.
4 decades. That's insane.
Yeah, man. Some people just have a lot in them.
Unruly, thank you so much for hanging out, man.
Thank you, guys. Thank you, Unruly. We'll see you another time. Thanks for stopping on by.
Yeah, he also said that he would jump on Conan every now and then.
Oh, awesome.
Michael Moorcock. Yeah.
That makes sense.
This is, I guess...
Everybody wrote.
This is by Roy Thomas.
The guy from Matchbox 20? No, I'm kidding.
Maybe you do. You never know.
Thanks, Rob Thomas. I'm just being an asshole. But
this is Elric. This is the
awesome.
dude, the Bane of the Black Sword. I guess he comes across this cursed sword, and I think his sword is sentient.
Oh, that's always good.
But let's check out some of this interior art, man. Some of this goofy art right here.
Oh, that's awesome. That's the kind of art you need for a fantasy thing.
Oh, for sure.
Even those 3 vertical panels with a circle like
In the
insert,
middle.
yeah, that's like perfect. That's fantasy comics in a nutshell right there. That's hilarious.
Okay, see, here's a good page. Like some evil action going on. Cool colors, you know.
Oh man, that is cool.
Yeah.
That just looks nice. I can't really make out what the hell's going on,
Right, but it's
but
kind of
it's
just
awesome. Like you
yeah.
could tell it's nice. And I just got to get right up in there, like I'm in a Busta Rhymes video, to see it.
Yeah, very colorful, very all over the place. But yeah, man, Elric and Michael Moorcock's multiverse. Interesting. Like I said, I picked these up at the Tate's tent sale.
The 10 Tate sale.
Exactly.
Yeah, I haven't been to one of those in a bit.
Yeah, they do it every
Yeah, they do it
October.
twice a year. Yeah,
Twice a year. Yeah, that's what it is. October and what, beginning of the year? Maybe I don't know.
springtime. It's spring and fall. I know that. So yeah.
Yo, yeah, I was gonna say we have because they were talking about comic book shops earlier in the area. We have like what, 4 in the area? Well,
Yeah.
it's weird because South Florida, you have like South Florida, and then you have like the comic book shops in Miami. Like I guess Miami would be separate from us.
Right.
That's like where the cutoff would be.
I wouldn't say so. I'd say Miami's still a big part of South Florida. But
Well, for comic book,
yeah,
like
I guess you're right.
schism, I guess you can say, because I don't drive to Miami to pick up comics.
Yeah, me neither.
That's a drive, man.
That's true.
Even 20 minutes, 25 minutes down the street
No, yeah,
can be, you know, even going to Tate's every now
yeah.
and then.
Tate's is a bastard to go to.
Yeah. And that's the biggest one around here.
Yeah, and it's only worth it for the sales, or if you can't find something anywhere, there's a good chance they'll have a copy.
Yeah, but we have Tate, we have Corcas. Corcas is my go-to. We have Past, Present, Future. There's like what, 3? There's 2 Past, Present, Futures.
Yeah.
Uncanny.
Yeah, they moved it. There was one next to Tate's, and then they moved that one, or closed it. I'm not sure. And there's one in West Palm.
Did you read any of these Uncanny X-Forces?
No, I never got around to doing it.
There was one where the X-Force had to deal with Baby Apocalypse. All
right.
Yeah. And they were doing that for a little bit, and like, yeah, it was crazy. I don't know too much about it, but I believe that was like one of the storylines, like Baby Apocalypse.
Oh yeah, I think that's. Yeah, I'm looking it up. I went to Wiki to see who was writing and stuff. That's Remender and Jerome Opeña's run, right? Yeah.
What issues? What issues?
It's in volume 1, apparently.
Okay, yeah, volume 1. This is I guess issue number 14. That would cut into like 2 or 3, I guess.
Yeah.
Opeña took over the interior art.
Okay.
Yeah, Uncanny X-Force. It was always they're always like the most badass team. Like,
oh no, that's all right. Never mind. That was in the volume 2, where they volumes as in like, okay, because they split it up into the Marvel Now and then pre-Marvel Now.
Marvel Now.
Marvel Now. It was Uncanny X-Force. They rebooted it with Sam Humphries and Ron Gurney. And I read the first issue of that, but no, I never read the first volume with Remender and Opeña.
Here's some Ultraman. Whoa, not Ultra Comics Multiversity. Some Grant Morrison goodness.
Mm-hmm. God, yeah, I think I might reread that. It's been a while. I don't think I've read the whole thing since it's come out.
I haven't read this one. Have you read this one?
Oh yeah, that's like one of the most important ones to
Really?
read in the series. Yeah, yeah. There's definitely an order in which to read them. Like it's definitely one standalone story in a
No,
curriculum.
I have the multiversity one where it just like explains the whole universe,
Oh yeah,
the whole
oh yeah,
planet,
yeah.
the 52 planets, and
Oh yeah, but that one's important for whatever crazy person shit Grant Morrison's on that he needed to get all of that out. That's great. But that one's like one of the last chapters, or yeah, one of the last chapters in the actual huge storyline until it gets into the end issue.
huh.
Yeah.
I know it read as a event, but
Yeah.
I didn't know like what was the beginning or because I know there's a couple of
Right. I'll pull it up for you now.
I know there's a couple minis.
Yeah, the order in which it is. Yeah, it's one thing. Publication.
Here
God
we
damn
have.
it! They don't just have it the order. Jesus. There we go. Multiversity issue 1. Then it's the Society of Superheroes, Conquerors of Counterworld, The Just, Pax Americana, which is incredible. Thunderworld Adventures, Guidebook, Mastermen, Ultra Comics, and then the Multiversity issue 2. That's the order, and that's yeah. Do you have them all at this
No.
point? Oh, I'd get on that. Because that's a cool thing to have.
No, I haven't. I don't have them all.
Yeah.
I just have the one with Kamandi and Batman and the Batman from I think it's Earth 42, where he's in the blue robot suit.
Right.
And he says fracking all the time.
That's right. I don't know when that is, but yeah, that is a thing.
I love that Batman, dude. He's awesome. He's like talking to baby Batman, baby Bruce Wayne, and he's like, "What the fuck is going on?"
That's the guidebook episode. That's the guidebook issue. I mean,
yeah, that's the guidebook issue. Yeah. That's a really cool issue, and all the versions of Silvus, Dr. Silvus, all the evil versions. There's like a snake version. It was cool.
Yeah, no, he's
Grant Morrison is on some other level, man.
He really is. He's the best. He's one of my favorite. It's him and Garth Ennis are probably the two best in my opinion.
I don't know if you read Metal, Dark Knight's Metal by Scott Snyder.
No, I read chunks of it.
So in Dark Knight's Metal, I think it's issue number 2 or issue number 3. You have Hawkgirl.
Yeah, I did read it. It's just very forgettable.
Yeah, you have the incarnation of Hawkgirl, who's like regular civilian Hawkgirl now. I don't know her real name. But you have Hawkgirl take him to that secret society base off in like that secret place where she's holding the nth metal, right. And then she's like, she has the Justice League there. And she's like, "Oh, you guys need to see this." And she shows them the map. Like she literally shows them Grant Morrison's New 52 multiverse map.
That's right. Oh, that's right. She does. Yeah, no, it's a big part of everything now. Like, it's the Bible for how that shit's set up now.
Yeah, she shows them the map, dude, and she's like, "Oh, wait, let me flip it on the other side. That's where everything's coming from." Did they ever do anything with the Sandman from Sandman comics? They teased him in the last page of that one Metal issue, right? But I don't think they did anything else with him.
No, I think they just made that new Sandman universe that was on Vertigo that I don't think exists now because Vertigo is kaput.
That was weird, man. They just threw him in.
Yeah. And they started Sandman up again in the comics after, but I don't know, man.
Yeah, Yadman got a Sandman #1 at the SuperCon.
Oh, that's awesome.
Sandman, I never got into it. I always knew it was something cool, but
I've read a few volumes and stuff. It's honestly not for me, I don't think. There's something about it. there's a few things about it, but yeah, I get why people like it, and it's not something I'm like, how dare you? But it's just not for me.
All right, I'm going to show off this last book, and then we're going to hit and broadcast on this thing over here.
Mm-hmm. Let's get this train of stopping.
That's right. Cheers to everybody that's still hanging out in the chat. Thank you so much for chilling with us in this chill episode of the Conquistadorks YouTube, where we just bag and board and chill with the chat.
Yeah. Oh yeah. Before you get to this last thing, you asked a question that I started to answer about the MCU slot, because I do kind of want to talk to you about that real quick.
You know, yeah, and definitely we'll have our own little dedicated stream for that as well.
Yeah, but I haven't talked to you about it yet at all, so I kind of want to get it out there. Yeah,
I'll keep bagging boarding some more books, man.
But yeah, no, it's pretty good. Like, it's nothing like too shocking, but at the same time, they're committing to things that I didn't think they'd ever commit to, like the Shang-Chi being a thing. Never thought that was going to happen, really. That seems like a kind of thing they're going to say is going to be in the next phase for the next 3 phases, and just not do it because it's such a small character. But no, they have to branch out into weird shit now, and that could be good. Marshala Ali is such a good choice for Blade. It's insane.
Yes.
Like, that's such a good choice. Like, he's going to kill it. He's going to moiderize it. I'm so happy about that. And yeah, those are really the only 2 things I'm pumped about. Jane Foster Thor, that's cool. Didn't think they'd do it. She might be able to pull it off, probably. Whatever. But Blade and Shang-Chi, those are the two big things. And the TV announcements are cool, but I think those have been announced for some time.
Yeah, those have been in for some time, yeah. I really like the actor that they picked for Shang-Chi too. I think he's going to be cool too. I don't know anything about him or what he's been in, but I've heard he's like a cool guy.
All right, that's always good.
Yeah.
It worked for Jason Momoa. That's why
yeah.
everybody was so happy about him.
Yeah, so
axes and drinks beer. He's cool.
But I think what I'm most excited about is Eternals.
Oh, I forgot about that.
I'm only excited about it because I think in my head I have some like theories brewing up that might happen, might not happen. But it'd be a cool way to like throw in the Fantastic Four or like throwing Galactus or something. I don't know. I heard that the Infinity Stones were going to be turned over to the Eternals so they could guard them or watch over them. I don't know what's going to happen. One thing I do want to say is that I don't know if this is going to be true or not, but I would like for Thanos to come back at the end of it all and him be the main villain.
That would be hilarious.
Like he just like somehow he comes back. I don't know how, but
whoa, wait a second. Kumail Nanjiani is in the Eternals movie?
That's
the comedian from Silicon Valley.
Yeah. He's
I had no idea.
He's one of the cosmic
Kingo.
Yeah. And run through, do you have the picture up?
Of the character? No,
of all the heroes. I don't know any. I don't know all the heroes, the Eternals names.
Yeah,
Icarus, maybe he's one of them.
Yeah, that sounds right.
The Eternals heroes.
Yeah.
I have some Eternals comics, but nothing that I really dove into. Yeah, man. Eternals is going to be cool. I don't think they're going to throw in X-Men until this phase is over.
Yeah, are they going to try to find a way to shoehorn them in just to let you know that they exist, but they're not going to have their own movie.
What do you think about? I heard that Scarlet Witch was going to be the supporting actress in the Doctor Strange movie.
Yeah, that sounds right.
and it was going to be a horror take.
Oh, that's right. Yeah, sorry, take that back. Multiverse of Madness. I was really pumped about that because the name itself. Yeah, no, Multiverse of Madness. It being like a Lovecraftian, in the Mountains of Madness kind of thing. And Scott Derrickson, who is a horror director, is going to make it a horror movie. That should be good. I mean, it's not like Marvel's fucking up left and right. Like, all these things are going to be decent. Like,
Right.
there's not really going to be like any kind of big miss or like, oh, that fucking blew. Actually, I could think of one movie. There are a few movies of theirs I didn't like, but at this point,
you can't. Yeah, you can't say it. You mean what? People don't like Avengers 2, and people don't really like Black Panther that much.
Really? Oh yeah, that's right. People have started to complain about Black Panther because of the third act issues.
And Miss Marvel.
Captain Marvel. Yeah, I didn't like. I liked Black Panther a whole lot. Third act and Rhinos.
I dug Black Panther. Yeah.
I did not like Captain Marvel.
I didn't see it.
Really wanted to.
I didn't see it.
And I'm not one to complain about stuff, but if you're gonna have the Kree Supreme Intelligence in the movie, give us that big green fucking head and not some like contact image of somebody that to be reflected in this. Nah, bullshit. I want a big green head.
I want a big green head that's like almost like a smoke figurine, but taking form inside of a huge glass vat with computers all like, hooked up to it, and gadgets and gizmos and lights and yeah.
Yeah, 100%. Like, just be like, oh, you're the commander that I had in the army, so that's who you're reflecting, even though that's not your true form. Nah, who wants that? That's contact bullshit. That's what made that movie suck. Give me the big green head. I don't think anybody was like, oh, I'm glad they did that. I'm glad it wasn't a big green, awesome, giant head in a jar. And that's just one small thing.
Yeah, but yeah. Anyways, we'll do a little MCU segment.
Yeah.
We got to get with 90MF Comics to see if he's going to join us in the first episode of Oprah Boys. Oh, there's Comic Head 84.
Oh,
into the chat.
Oprah Boy.
As we're closing things off.
Yeah.
Comic Head 84. Actually, now that you're in the chat, let me know if you just want to read. Are you going to be? Do you want to join us in the first episode of Oprah Boys Book Club?
Do you? More than welcome.
Because if you are, we want to do this soon. We've already the people want to know what's up. Welcome back, Frank. Issues number 1 through 3. If you haven't read them, go read them. If you need to pick them up, you still have some time to pick these books up. Do it digitally.
Do it on the Digi.
Do it on the Digi. Or buy them physically, because you need to read these issues.
I don't believe we have a solid date. But
no, we don't have a date. That's why we're trying to figure it out.
I think that's our date is ASAP TBA.
I think I wanted to do it this. I wanted to do it this weekend, but I don't know if 90 had picked them up yet. But he said he was going to pick them up digitally. And if you pick them digitally, you can read them in quick.
Yeah, it's not the biggest read in the world.
But take your time, because we are going to go in depth in this book, in this segment of Oprah Boys Book Club.
Oprah Boys!
Frank by Garth Ennis, Steve Dillon. We have issue number 1, starting things off. Issue number 2, rising the conflict with the villains, and then issue number 3. Manucci. We have issue number 3. We have Daredevil, a guest appearance by the Daredevil himself, doing what he does best, being the Daredevil. But not only that, we get some We get some daredevil action trying to be judge, jury, and executioner.
Yes, he's one to do with Punisher. Oh my god, I love that. That interaction between them is such a classic thing, and they've used it in other things since. But yeah, we'll get into that later. God, I love that fucking thing.
Biggie Shaq, he wants to know what Oprah Boys mean. What Oprah Boys means. Do you want to take that away?
What doesn't it mean? Oprah's got a book club. We're as good as Oprah. We're boys. We're the Oprah boys, and we got a book club. Was it? That's it. Oprah boys.
We are going to go. We're reading these books. We're reading these series that have what's it called? They have. I don't want to say they have been forgotten in time, but like these old books that are we just want to revisit these good stories, and the whole premise of it was that I like people who haven't read them, these books you should read.
Yeah, there are things that you should read. That everybody should read. If you love comics, they're important because yeah, I really do think that certain things have impacts on certain styles of books, and without Welcome Back Frank, I think a certain thing would have been lost that happened around that time. Like that whole Marvel Knight stuff that Joe Quesada and Nancy Takeesian and stuff were really integral in bringing is kind of shaped what good comics we have now.
It's all good, Biggie. We all know you're kidding. We all know you're just spreading some good old fun and love.
Mm-hmm.
That's how we do it up in here. If you want to do it Thursday, I'm free Thursday, 84. So if you can read it by then, do it.
Yeah.
But don't pressure yourself, man. I know we got a lot of things going on in the world.
Yeah, for sure. But at the same time, it's just 3 issues, man.
And it's nice and relaxing, you know,
Yeah.
a little bit of a stress-free. And then after you're finished reading these 3 issues, you're going to be like, what the heck? I want to talk about them. But look, I can do this.
Woo! That's awesome. Oh, this is a good thing. Nice.
So yeah, man. We got Immortal Biggie Shaq in the chat, and we got Comic Head 84 in the chat. We got my boy D-Heid hanging out to my left, stage left.
Thank you for that, Javi and Biggie Shaq, for the big for the big coochie slab.
But I mean, we were just chilling, showing off some bags and boards. We've been doing this for about 58 minutes now, so I think it's about to hit that end broadcast button.
Yeah.
As I show off these 3 last books that I bagged and board. I mean, what I have. Okay, I have a couple more. What do you think?
It's up to you, man. You know what?
Biggie's in the chat. So Biggie's in the chat. He always likes me to flex. So I don't have anything to flex. I only have free comic book day stuff. Avengers, No Surrender. 689.
Flex.
Year of the Villain. This was like what, a quarter book that came out?
I think it was free. Or maybe it was quarter book. I don't know.
Yeah, quarter book. Oh, look, but this has your a comic book, like your local comic book shop imprint on it. So that's kind of cool. But this was cool. This was what run is this?
Marvel Knights. That's he did a second series after Welcome Back Frank. That was an ongoing. It ran like 30 some odd.
So this is number 1 of that second series.
Yes. Yeah, and it's kind of a continuation, kind of not like you don't need to read it. There is a direct sequel to it called something.
And this guy was on all the covers.
Yeah, Tim Bradstreet.
30.
Tim Bradstreet, he's incredible.
Yeah.
Like he has a weird kind of realism thing to him.
Yeah. Brooks cover. Is this a Brooks cover? This Avengers No Road Home or No Surrender?
I'm not sure.
Let's open this bad boy up and find out. Cover artist Pepe Larraz.
That's a good name. Pepe Larraz.
I think this one has a first appearance in it. I don't know. I got this a couple months ago in a dollar sale. I did not. Yeah, I don't think I paid more than like a couple cents or $1 for it. But the rest of the stuff is some free comic book day stuff. Boring.
Yeah. Oh, that's nice.
Avengers free comic book day. Be careful, it's priceless. All my books are priceless.
Yeah.
Oh man, Biggie Shaq's in here. You know what? I'll just show these off and call it a day.
All right. I'm in. Started to get a touch of the tired myself.
Here's for you, Biggie Shaq, some Avengers Silver Age.
Ooh.
Some 12 cents goodness. Not bad for a French skunk.
Yeah, no. Pepe Larraz.
Can I show that off? Is that
That's awesome.
right? A couple cents, I know. Avengers. Oh no, this is some of Captain America.
Oh man, that's beautiful. Like that's a thing that I never really realized how much I appreciate it till I see it. But the white background on a comic book cover, there's just something so clean about it.
Yeah, the camera work and the Mylar definitely makes it look a lot better.
Yeah.
It's a little bit of browning up in here.
Oh yeah, I kind of see it, but the white, just the white comic book cover always looks so cool. It's classic.
This is my earliest issue of Cap, 102. Awesome. This is my earliest issue of Avengers, 31.
Damn.
Yeah. So that's we're in the 60s for sure.
Yeah, for sure. That's incredible, man.
102 Cap. Yes, this is a sleeper. The sleeper strikes. And as you can tell, Captain America has been put to sleep himself
by getting his head crashed onto a wall. That's not putting people to sleep. That's just knocking a motherfucker out. But whatever. Whatever, tomato.
The sleeper strikes.
Like just knocking people out with blunt force trauma to the head isn't putting them to sleep. Whatever.
Captain America 104.
That's nice.
That's a nice cover. Another white cover, but this one is definitely tanned.
That's one that's partied down in its days and its younger days.
You see this guy over here in the wheelchair?
Yeah.
He has a like a gun attached to his wheelchair.
Hell yeah. Everybody should.
Like maybe every villain.
Yeah, every villain should be in a wheelchair with a gun attached to it.
This is a reprint. This isn't this isn't the first printing. This is the reprint that came in the toy.
Oh, nice.
Yeah, I have the toy right here. So you got the toy, you got a free comic book. Marvel was doing a little Marvel Legends, I think it was. This toy's fun. He can't stand, so I have him in the sitting position. $112. This was A-okayed to me by Steve Whiting.
Oh, that's awesome.
This is this is the 109 reprint. This is I guess it retells his origin story. This is 112 with Bat Rock on the cover. Another French, right? I think he's French.
He's a big old Frenchie. I am going to lead in the dance.
And my last Silver Age Cap, 119, with Cap and Falcon on the cover.
Oh, that's beautiful, man. That's awesome. Hell yeah. I got to do a Busta Rhymes up close thing again.
Skull Falls with some Red Skull action. Bat Rock, yeah, maybe French Canadian. I don't know. He's got like one of those like very thin like mustache.
Yeah, like a little mustache.
Yeah, mustache.
Yeah. No, he's as French as fuck.
Well, yeah, man. I got some 100 and some over 170. Nice. I just got 100. Oh man, I want that 100 so bad. That's the one to have though, man. The 100, that's the one to have.
It's awesome.
Yeah. 100 and that 101 I'm missing and the 103. But yeah, that'd be cool to get that full Silver Age cap run. I'm getting into some Silver Age like
oh yeah, man.
I've been getting into the Silver Age.
Oh yeah, that's a good era. Like I'm not one for I just don't go and buy stuff that old and drop that kind of money. I should, but
if it's nice and cheap, then for sure, like I'm scooping it. If it's like pre 1970s, I mean, if it's like less than $10, then that's a pretty good deal.
Oh, for sure.
Yeah. All right, guys. Biggie Shack. Anybody else who's in the chat who's still hanging out, thank you so much. D-Heid, thank you so much for hanging out and chilling for this long and hanging out with the chat as well. Nice seeing you again.
Sure. Happy to be here.
Yeah, man. Nice seeing you again, brother.
See you too. Yeah, that's it. Yeah, no, I was gonna say stay tuned to my channel tomorrow in the afternoon. I'm planning on doing something. Not sure what, but I'm planning on doing something. I think I'm gonna be bringing back World According to Frank Castle. I forgot the name of my own fucking show. The World According to Frank Castle is what I'll be doing.
Yes, you should. Twat F needs to come back.
Yeah, Twat FC.
Twat FC. Yes, it needs to come back. I need to see some more Welcome Back Frank knowledge or some Punisher knowledge. And dude, bring back the wrestling talk because I don't know anything about wrestling, and I want you to be the one to feed me that knowledge.
All right, man. Yeah, for sure. It's just I'm blanking because that first episode there was so much to talk about that was happening. I'll think of something to look into and just get going on about. I'll think of something.
Yeah, no, even if it's just like talking about an old SmackDown or like the history of a wrestler or something like that.
Yeah, I think I might do something about Vader soon.
Yeah.
Who's that guy's a true G.
Yeah, man. You know, something cool. Mix it up. I like it. Right. I like it. I honestly dig wrestling talk.
All right. Awesome, man. I'm on.
Yeah. But yeah, man, thank you so much everybody in the chat for hanging out. I know Unruly Simeon was here earlier, Bake the Snake was here earlier, Just Rican Comics, that's me reversing going to the chat. Hialeah Comic Book Bro, he was in here for a bit. Comic Book Head 84, Caleb, he was here for a little bit. Immortal Biggie Shack, everybody, thank you so much. Hanging out, Conquistadork channel. Stay tuned for Oprah Boys Book Club. Stay tuned for some more Our Collection Tea Time, where I show off some of my collection, slang some books, show what's up, show off what's up. And yeah, hit the subscribe button, share the channel so your friends can know about the giveaway, 100 subscriber giveaway. Thank you so much. Peace.
See you, my dudes.
Thank you for hanging out with the Conquistadorks.